did it happen?
Yeah, what were you doing?
So
that's been my question this whole time.
Hundreds of women in their 60s that were really upset about that, Dan. Lots of fingers.
Hundreds? Don't insult me. At least thousands.
Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah.
Of 6-year-olds.
So my neighbor was complaining that some branches from a tree were going over my property wall into her property. So I was like, hey, so I cannot wait for the gardener to come because he was going to come here only 2 weeks from that day on. But so I went there with a machete to cut them myself, and it was a little bit of raining, and it was a downward slope, and so I was like, it was all a goofy situation, right? So I was holding the branch with one hand, with my left hand, and cutting with my right. Mm-hmm. So I held the branch too close to the cutting point. Because I'm dumb. But I do that for so many years that you end up losing respect for the activity. You know what I mean?
Just
when
like
you
with
do that and nothing. Yes.
Yeah, it had been years since he burned down and cleared out a rainforest.
Yeah.
Any rainforest.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just hit my hand. It was a brand new machete. It was like cutting the branches like butter. It was so sharp, and I didn't even hit it too strong, you know. It was like it was just like this strength.
Damn.
So yeah,
Glad you weren't any stronger than that, because it would have just right off, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
Just
like
weak
I wasn't
strength.
going like this. So if
Why
that was the
did you do
case, I'd
this?
probably lose my finger. But it was crazy, man. I was alone I lived by myself. So that for the first 30 seconds comes a little bit of desperation, right? Comes the emotional reaction to what's happening. But after those first 30 seconds, it's like your adrenaline takes over, and it's almost like you're in autopilot. Okay, now I have to stop the bleeding. Now I need to call my brother. So everything went well. But yeah, it
what
was
if you had an initial adrenaline surge and then that bled out of your body, and so now you're dealing on no adrenaline?
No, adrenaline.
It could be.
Dan, when did you do that to your thumb?
2 months
What's
ago.
that?
Yeah, like 2 months.
Yeah, it was about 2 months. Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah,
welcome. Moral of this story is respect
Don't be
the
stupid.
machete, and Dan will be able to masturbate again. Congratulations.
And also,
Left-handed.
I was caught
Hey,
up
but
on
it was
how
my
he said he
left
has a
hand
gardener.
anyway.
You have a
Yeah,
gardener?
also let your gardeners do
I
what
have
they're
a gardener.
fucking paid
Yeah.
for.
I'm
What,
with
like,
you,
what do you
Miguel.
think?
Say,
But
hey,
he was
show up
going,
2 weeks
I
early.
wouldn't
Get
call
your
my
Samwise
gardener
out there.
earlier.
Yeah.
My gardener comes like once a month. I wouldn't call him earlier just to cut a couple of branches. I would feel super gay.
Who do Brazilians
I mean, you
have
are
for,
anyway. What's the problem?
Yeah, who do Brazilians have for gardeners? Like Bolivians or some shit?
Right, you don't have Mexicans.
All the Brazilians, we all garden for each other.
That's
I
good.
like how we have a
Makes sense.
comparison.
So
now.
Brazilians are your own Mexicans.
Welcome.
Dan would rather cut his own thumb off than think someone think he's gay. That's what we've just compared.
I mean,
We'll
that's
wait for
based.
that.